Good morning, friends. Stephen Benoon here with Israeli News Live, and not really a long broadcast here. Just wanted to really quickly mention something that the Secretary of Defense did the other day. He came out and announced that the U.S. military is to stand down, and from what I understand, this is like unprecedented in U.S. history. It basically puts the U.S. military not able to defend itself without authorization directly from the President of the United States, Joe Biden. And it's just very much unheard of. I'm also being told, though, that another unusual situation going on at the White House is that half the staff that is normally there, half of Joe Biden's team, including Joe Biden, is hardly ever around. Another very odd thing. Now, of course, the essential staff, which is the other half, press secretary, things like that, they are there. But even some of the subcontractors, when they have to get, approval from the president to be able to move forward in business that they conduct for the United States, he's just not available. And being told that, well, he's in another state doing this or doing that. Again, a very unusual situation that's going on in this new administration. So we just kind of wanted to bring this to your attention. We're also watching this issue with Iran, and from what I understand from folks out of Israel, including a good friend that's an Israeli journalist over there, Israel is very much still going to go take on Iran, especially if Joe Biden returns to the nuclear deal. We can anticipate, whether it's an all-out war, whether it's just a strike on nuclear facilities there in Iran, we can anticipate that will actually take place. And also, too, second confirmation on the secret negotiations going on between Israel and Syria. It seems to be there's an intermediator there that is working on behalf of President Bashar al-Assad, but Israel is working, the Syrian government is working with Israel, trying to come together with some type of peace negotiations. And also another kind of an interesting thing, a little tidbit there I just thought I'd share with you, and that is Russia is Russia and Saudi Arabia both are very nervous and not so happy about the fact that the largest oil reserve in the world is under Israel. And Israel is working on being able to get a direct tap on that. And supposedly, this massive oil that Saudi Arabia has is only a vein from this massive oil reserve that is under the Golan. And I say the Golan because in reality, the Golan, biblically speaking, is not part of Israel. I know there's some people that believe that, but it's not. I've actually shared that before. If you go back in the Old Testament as well as the New, the country of Israel in ancient days only went up to, on the northern side of the Galilee there, just a little bit beyond there, what we call Capernaum today. This is why even when they went over to the other side of the Galilee, you had Syrians that came to Jesus. But even in the times of the Old Testament, the borderland there clearly describes the Golan as being part of Syria. So another reason why there's a big contestment over that region, and of course Israel's not going to relinquish it because that's where that massive oil supply is. And from some of the things that I've been hearing, the Russian government, President Putin, is really under a lot of stress from people within his government because this is going to affect their oil supply. And a good friend of mine in Israel has told me for the last 2 years now, it's all about the oil, Steve. Syria, everything, it's all about the oil. And that's something you really got to realize. He said, we will go to war. He said, we have told Russia, either you back off or we'll take you out. He said, everything is about the oil there. So this is why this whole area has been so contested by both parties. But in this case here, Israel seems to have that upper hand. Anyway, I'm Steve Ben-Nun. You're listening to Israeli News Live. Thank you and have a blessed day.